Hey, and you're welcome to an ITTFM special interview with Hugh.
Hi.
And he'll be running for, what's your position?
Clubs and Societies Officer.
Well, in 2015-2016 ITTALA Students' Union. You're welcome, Hugh.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm not too bad.
You nervous?
Nervous, yeah, a little bit nervous.
Don't be. Okay, so what do you think your role involves?
Okay, so my role basically is to be there to help the clubs and societies of the college with whatever issues they have and to support and develop them to make them as good as they can be.
Okay.
And basically, like, we have the sports and recreation officer here, Tim, and Tim does all his work in managing kind of the administration side of all of that.
Okay.
And then whatever Tim can't do, I kind of fall into picking up all of that. Because like he's very busy. Like if you think about it, we have
so many.
We have loads of clubs and societies.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to manage each one, it just becomes so tedious. So if you can kind of keep on top of everything, and then anything extra I can pull the slack on.
You kind of do it
that
then.
would be great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay. So what then has the SU done well in regards to your role over the past term?
Well, this year the Students' Union secured their own funding to help clubs and societies with running events. I know they gave the Rainbow Society €100 to help them fund their Rainbow Week. And then they've also this year they've brought in, like last year they had it as well, but this year it's gotten bigger. They've had Domino's have donated pizzas for movie nights and stuff like that. So
That's
the Students' Union have helped organise that and they facilitated that. So they'd be the point of contact for Domino's.
Okay.
And as well, in regards to movie nights as well, the Students' Union have kindly stayed back themselves. The full-timers have stayed back. They're not being paid to be there. They've stayed back and they've helped have movie nights until 7 or 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So you kind of do that then as well if you obviously got elected.
Yeah.
You'd help out.
Well, I wouldn't be able to stay back because I wouldn't be able to keep the union open. I'm not going for full time, unfortunately. But yeah, that would be something I definitely think should be built on. Okay,
so what do you think they did not do well or like could be improved over the past term?
Well, the Domino's thing, they had obviously the Domino's organised, but at the same time it wasn't guaranteed, and a lot of the time it would be found out on the day whether or not you're getting Domino's. So I want to try and have it built up that either there's an agreement with Domino's that, okay, we will get, let's say, 10 pizzas a week.
Yeah.
That's our budget, and if like 5 people come to us and say, Grant, you get 2 pizzas each.
Yeah.
Or else, if Domino's aren't willing to do that, then it would be find someone else who's willing to work with us.
Yeah, okay.
And as well then, you know, funding wise, yes, the Students' Union did get their own money, but like it was said to people at clubs and societies trading, but it wasn't really brought up after that. So I want to kind of emphasize if that if that can be continued on, I think it should be come to us if you're having money trouble, if you're kind of trying to organise an event and you're trying to say, oh well, we want these 2 things but we can only afford one, come and talk to us.
Yeah, because I wasn't aware of that. I wasn't aware that they gave money to other clubs and societies, like.
Yeah,
do you know?
So they tried to help out.
So it'd be good to know, like, for clubs and society to know that they can go to you if they're looking for funding or something like that.
Yeah. So I really just want to make it as transparent as possible.
Yeah.
And it's not kind of like, and it's not, I'm not trying to say that it is this way this year, but I don't want it to come across to some people like it's an inner circle of if you know the union then they'll help you out, that kind of way.
Yeah, exactly. Because a lot of people kind of would feel like that. They probably can't go to them because they don't know them maybe.
Yeah, it's not even that they're not approachable, it's just that, you know, you kind of go, I haven't spoken to them
properly
before.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm too nervous.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be like that.
I don't think that'll be a problem with you though, because I think you're very all the student union now are very approachable. But like you're very approachable as well, so I don't think that'll be a problem. Have you?
I have.
And would you
I'm glad I did it because it had to be handled in at 12 o'clock last Friday. So
okay. Okay, you're being a bit trouble if you didn't do that now. Yeah. Okay, so would you want to talk me through that?
Yeah, so basically my plan is I don't want to mention, let's say, oh, I'm going to do this for societies, oh, I'm going to do this for clubs, because I don't think that's fair and I don't want to seem like I'm biased one way or the other.
Yeah.
So what I've done is I've kind of got, I'm not going to say a 5-point plan. It's not 5 points, it's just 5 points basically.
Okay.
This is what I want to do. So basically one of them is arrange a bonding trip for the committee members, because this year, like I saw with a lot of the stuff that went on, when like one committee got to know another committee, they were all like, oh my god, we can run this event together and we can work together and our members will be your members and blah blah blah. And that only kind of happened towards the end of the year. So I think if there's a bonding trip now,
I think that'd be really good.
Year, get everyone to know each other, they'll run things together.
I think that'd be such a good idea.
Yeah, and
because like we all get to know each other then. Like it'd be
exactly.
so much better. Like because then you can feel like you can go to them if you have an idea. Like you can be like, oh, like we can do this together or something like.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. So I think it would just be brilliant. And as well, what I want to do is organise a room for clubs and societies, like a dedicated room.
That's
like radio,
actually, that's pretty...
have this room.
Yeah.
Like this is the radio room. Like it's obviously a classroom too, but radio get it pretty much whenever they need. But there's nowhere like, you know, as I mentioned, movie nights earlier on, like the students' union have to stay back. But if there was a dedicated room in the college that people could just kind of email me to book out, let's say it was just kind of put aside and that's just for clubs and societies.
I think
email
that's a
me,
good idea.
then it can be booked out for you. Because I know with some societies that I'm in trying to organise a movie night, and we say, oh, we want to watch a movie, so let's say we need a room for 3 hours because the movie's 2.5 hours long and we're all going to talk for half an hour at the start. We get, oh no, there's no room available for 3 hours. I'll give you one for an hour at the start and then one for 2 hours at the end. Yeah. It's kind of like, oh, we're going to have to stop the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
And move everyone and, you know, it's just awkward.
Yeah, it's kind of a struggle then for, like, a lot of societies to actually come up with a room. Like, do you know, if you want to even hold a meeting or something, like, it's just so hard to, like, be like, we don't know what room's free, and then they're waiting around for ages, like, so you can't really say, oh, I'll meet you here at 6 because you're not sure if the room will be free then. So I think that's a good idea.
And with movies as well, like some of the projectors, the speakers don't work properly.
Yeah,
so
actually.
We were there trying to play a movie, and you could hear like the sound and the music, and all that you couldn't hear anyone's voices. I was like, well, watch it with the subtitles on.
Okay, yeah, so that's a good point. Point number 2.
So number 3, I'm trying to remember now.
I
wrote this weeks ago. Finance-wise, the college probably aren't going to be able to give us any more money. That's just a fact.
Yeah.
But what I want to try and do is get corporate sponsorship.
Okay.
So one thing I want to do is, like, everyone has, if you can see it on the camera, like these silicone wristbands.
Yeah.
I was working with a company to try and get stuff like that for my own campaign.
Yeah.
And they're happy enough to help societies work with societies to get them banned. So it'd be like, oh, I joined Radio Sock in 2015, 2016. Yeah. Give them for the Radio Sock for free, and then you might get more sign-ups. Yeah. And it'll cost, let's say, 30 cents a band.
That's pretty good.
But if you got 5 more sign-ups, you've made the money back.
Exactly, yeah. So it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Good
stuff like that. Yeah. And then as well, like radio are trying to get their own corporate sponsor at the moment.
Yeah.
Get that in for more societies.
It helps a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, like it might mean branding on hoodies, but at the same time, it could mean €500 funding that they didn't have.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think that would be a really big thing to get in.
Yeah.
And like that works for clubs and societies. Now, clubs are more likely to get funding just because that's the way it goes, or sponsorship because that's just the way it goes. Yeah. But if you can get it in for societies, get the ball rolling on it, even if it's like €100 this year, next year if they do well, it's 200, more, and then it goes up and up and up.
Just to get it in, like.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Start it working. So, yeah, there's that one. Now I'm trying to think of what else did I say I was going to do.
You're obviously well prepared if you have this written weeks ago.
Yeah, well, no, I was trying to just have myself, because I knew I was going to be really busy.
Yeah, exactly. Just get it all done.
Yeah, so I'm really prepared like that.
Good man. That's what you need.
Yeah, so are we just about out of time now?
Yes, I think we are. So thanks very much for joining us.
No problem at all. Thanks for having me.
And the best of luck.
Thank you.
No problem. Thanks, you.